Right, that's right. I really love your tiger line. That's neat, that's neat, that's neat, that's neat. I really love your tiger feet. Your tiger feet. Oh, well, anyway, so I thought I'd get myself on here because I've been on here and nobody listens to me and they don't even know that I am, in fact, a victim. I'm always a victim and everything's always about me. And anyway, I said to somebody and they said to somebody else, and I said to them, don't talk about me like that because obviously I'm a victim and now I'm going to start crying. Because I always start crying because like, I am literally a victim of everybody and everything. And then all about that, excuse me, I've done. And then that happened, and then something else happened, and then Wally said this, said somebody bought us the flowers, and then there was in fact a flower fund, but if flowers wine, then that did go to the flower fund, and then something else happened, and I'm not allowed to talk about it, and even if it did, I wouldn't say. So anyway, next thing I knew, that I said something to somebody else, and it weren't my fault. Everybody needs to know I am in fact a victim. People don't agree with me, they are literally trolls, and as long as you know I'm a victim. And even though I was Britain's Most Wanted, so I am quite a bit of a fraudster and scammer, and pretty much known for it, and do quite a lot of work, and do a lot of setting people up, and that does happen, but it's not me, I'm the victim. And you see, this thing does happen, and well, did I say that? Did I? Well, it's not like me to speculate about anything because I know the insides of everything, the insides of the arses of the Pope's arsehole. So that did happen, and of course I am a victim, and I never said nothing to no one about nothing. And it weren't me that went and said absolutely atrocious and then sent Gertie down there. I was so funny, we couldn't stop laughing, our family. We were laughing all the way. Oh, it was hilarious. It was us all the time. So what we did is we knew that she's, because you know, it's like shooting fish in a bucket with Gertie Rude. You mentioned children. She's off. She's like bleeding Zola, bleeding Bud. And then that was that. And so anyway, I just set her up, and then she had to police under caution. It weren't nothing to do with me. And now it turns out she's found out that it is actually my account. And I set her up, and I just go around doing things and nothing to do with me. So anyway, I said to them, and they said to me, and I said to them, don't tell. But anyway, they told anyway, and I said to them, how dare you? You're obviously a troll. So then that happened, and anyway, did I say that? Did I say that? Excuse me, have I said anything? So anyway, then Molly said to somebody, and then somebody said to Molly, and then they said to somebody else. So then we said to somebody else about the Mexican community, what me is, and then we've got Lord Haw at the Boring Castle with the tatty mugs. And then we've got that, and that is nothing to do with me, because anyway, everybody knows I am a victim, and like, and I didn't do that, we do it on Zoom. So there was that to it, and then that happened, and then nobody said anything. No, it wasn't for me. I mean, do you know what I mean? I've wanted fraudster, kitten cat. Not my soccer account, and actually was funny. It was so anyway, I'm not having it anymore. I'm going to do a bit more dry crying. At any moment now, I'm going to go out and start rowing because I do like to row. I'm a victim, so everybody knows that I'm a victim. As long as you know I'm a victim, fuck the glass. So, so where was I? I'm still the victim. Victim's no wonder I bloody drink, is it? So that did happen, and obviously it weren't my fault. It's nothing to do with me. And then there's funeral grief and everything, and then I set people up, and then people don't like it, and then they actually say something, and then we got that bloke Blander, and he doesn't understand about parodies. He said that he said, we said that he said, she said that somebody said something, and then everybody went around saying that people said it, and nobody said it. I mean, if I said it, no. I said it, and I'm allowed to say it. If anybody else says anything, no, they're just trolls. Free speech, yes, for me, but not for them, because, you know, let me have another drink. So anyway, what we did then, I thought, what I do, being like Britain's Most Wanted, this, that, and the other fugitive, and then this happened and something else happened, and even though she supported me for a whole year, I just did round robin. I pretended I didn't know what round robin is, but everybody does. And so anyway, what we did is got hold of all the other creators. We said to them, we'd just report to the police. So they said, what for? And I said, being a menace, because that is illegal. But if that was illegal, they'd be like, well, Sabina would be in prison, probably I would as well. Because you see menacing, and then that happened, and then I pretended that I liked Wally, and I stuck up for her, and then anyway, when I made her lose her channel, it wasn't me, it was Molly. Did I say that? Let me have another drink. I'm sorry, did I say that? So anyway, then that happened, something else happened, and anyway, I got all her subs, which was quite helpful. And then that happened, something else happened, and then it wasn't me, because I'm a victim, I'm always the victim, it's never me, I'm always the victim. And then that's it, and the thing about parody is that you do parody public figures, it's not supposed to be complimentary, it's supposed to be mocking, and that's basically what I deserve, is what Gertie Rude says, because I sniffed her, didn't I? fuck me, did we have a laugh? And it was so funny because we got her nearly arrested. We got under caution down to the police station where I thought I'm a victim. And obviously I do run the absolutely atrocious account. And I swore black and blue that I didn't know who it was. But I used to write stuff that I knew that get Gertie going. It's something about kids and inappropriate. I knew what she'd do. Say it's like shooting bleeding fish in a bucket. It was so easy to get her going. She's such a twat, big fat bloody cow. She's as thick as bloody mince, that woman. So anyway, what am I doing now? Hang on, I'm just having another drink. Have another drink. So anyway, then I said something to something else, and then I went on, she's jealous, you see, jealous. Nothing to do with bullying vulnerable people. No, she's just jealous that she's not me, because obviously I'm Britain's most wanted, I'm a fugitive in a foreign country. And I like doing a bit of ginger, knock down ginger. Well, he knocked me up, down. So that was that too, but we do it on Zoom because obviously, and then that happened, and then how dare people do parody of me? Because I am the parody queen. I do parodies myself, but nobody's allowed to do parody of me, and if they do, they're being mean. Because Blander knows everything about everything, because Blander's like, shit, he's like, don't sound saying. So anyway, then somebody said that I was a bully, and obviously I'm not a bully, because obviously people that stick up for people are bullies, because they shouldn't be speaking up people. Who do they think they are? I mean, I'm the king of the world, and I work on behalf of the Bory, Lord Hawhorn. Did I mention that I'm going to her ball? She's got some balls going to a castle ball summer. So there's that to it. And now, him, shiny people over there. Not at all Britain's most wanted, and no. And that is happening, and as long as everybody knows it's nothing to do with me. But I did say to somebody, and I said to somebody, don't tell anybody that I said to you, that I said something to somebody about something, and I didn't pass it on. And obviously if I did pass it on, I wouldn't say I passed it on, because it's not like me to speak out of school. No, I just send emails, say, let's all report Gertie Roo, because she's a fat bitch. We were going to report her for being a fat bitch, but apparently the police said that's not illegal, so we just sort of said we reported her for being a menace on the computer, and even though she doesn't really do a lot, if you combine what I do, and obviously she's got the things to show the police, she's a fat bitch, I hate her. Did I say that? Anyway, so somebody sent some flowers, and then there was the flower fund, and then it happened that, as I've already said, if flowers is wine, I spent it on wine. I mean flowers. So that happened, and then it was nothing to do with me. Did I say that? Am I allowed to say that? I feel a bit to start on the bottle, fuck the glass. And so anyway, then that happened. And then, well, could say something about some stuff that's been on Facebook to do with children aren't mine, and things are going on, and this happened and that happened, and the police came round, but obviously that was nothing to do with me because I am a victim, and everybody fancies me and everybody wants to up with me, so that, look at me, so I mean who wouldn't, and so anyway there is that to it. And then anyway, so I didn't say anything, but then what happened was after that I did say something, but I just didn't tell anybody, they told everybody. So that weren't my fault, and I was a victim. And I think that everybody likes me. When really, I'm quite hated. And so there is that to it. And I do stiff people, and I'm pretty marvellous. And they're just bunts, really, and just rubbish. Nobody cares about them. So anyway, where was I? Have I coughed yet? Right. So there, where was I? So anyway, there was that, and then somebody said something. Don't say I've said, will you? Because I don't gossip. But then what I do is I get on there and I just cause so much trouble with everybody. I get everybody invited in the Mexican community, and then I just say I'm a victim. You see, and I am literally the only widow in the world. Nobody's been widowed, only me. And moving on, kind of thing. Moving on pretty quick, actually very quick. Pretty much. Let's just say the soil hadn't settled. Anyway, so that happened, but nobody said anything. And if I did say something, it weren't me that said it. If other people say I've said it, that's not true, because obviously I'm the only one, the oracle. And if I say it is true and other people, they're just trolls. And how dare they have an opinion? Free speech, absolutely. It's obviously me, not them, fuck them. And there's that to it. And if they do say something that I don't like, I report to the police and say they're a menace, because that is illegal, because I've said it, it's illegal. But stealing loads of computers and then, well, pretending to unalive myself a Beachy Head. And then Gertie could never understand, every time she talked about Beachy Head and the stories that she's got around Beachy Head, because she's like a local historian person, apparently, she could never understand why I always went deadly quiet. But I thought she was being funny, the old bitch, but the truth is she didn't know nothing about it, because she'd never heard of it. And even though she knows everything about everything that goes on, she'd never heard of me being the Britain's most wanted. And she definitely didn't know anything about my soccer account, Kitten Cat, that was actually stalking her most of last year, when she was putting herself out and actually felt like unaliving herself because she was being stalked on my behalf. I think it was about 4 or 5 different. Well, I mean, did I say that? Did I say that? Did I say that? Did I mean it? You decide. Did I say that? So anyway, another thing happened, and I'll tell you what, don't say I've said this, but something to do with Megan, and she's just a bitch. And she's so superficial, and this, that, and the other. She's full of crap. Nobody believes the word she said. So anyway, then that happened, and then somebody said something. So anyway, I'm in a black, it's obvious that people don't like me. They're just jealous. They're jealous because Zabiva dropped them. And the fact is that nobody really wants to be around Zabiva because, as you know, Gertie is all for kids. And anybody that can harm a kid, especially laugh about it, it's sort of and obviously she doesn't want to know Zabiva and never did, and it's quite well known. But anyway, I just say that because it makes me sound good, and then people like me and they might sub to me, and I won't have to buy any more subs, will I then? When it all comes to Falcon, see, then I can report her channel for doing a parody, because obviously it's parody, and if I say that it's not legal, then it's not legal. Because did I say that? Did I say that? Am I allowed to speculate? Can I just bullshit shit stuff? I think I can. Do you like my makeup? I'm looking quite cool, aren't I? All the men want to fuck me. They do. They just do. Every time they just look at me and they just think, fuck me. Anyway, there's that to it. So then that happened, and then somebody said something, but nobody said that they said it. But I didn't say it. But if people say that I've said it, that's not true. If people say that I am behind the absolutely atrocious, that is 100% known, because everybody knows now, and it's like written. So, and unfortunately, you know, I wasn't, I'm off the leash, certain person. And it seemed like some people around me actually had their own friends. So people around me, you know, do know things that I don't know. And it turns out Gertie's got all the... So she's a menace. And I'm just going to have to drink out the bottle. And if people say that Gertie roots an alka-feeding frolic, I think we should report to social services. I think that's what we should all do. I think we should just report to social services, report to the police, probably report to the Coast Guard as well, because if that thing gets in the sea down off your Eastbourne, honestly, it's like a bleed, it's like a whale. It's like one of them whales, you know, the ones that no teeth. One of them, just report or get the Coast Guard reporter. Don't get the helicopter though, because if they try and winch that great fat old lump of shite out the water, helicopter will probably go down. It'll probably be like Jurassic Park, something like that. But anyway, if people do say that I've said it, it definitely weren't me that said it, because I don't shit stir, and I'm really authentic, I'm genuine and everything, I'm quite classy. Did I say that? Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say that? So anyway, then that happened, and then somebody bought some flowers for Wally. She had her channel terminated. The good thing was that I was friends with her, so I got all her subs. And if people are saying that I dogged her in, it's a lie. I did, but do you know what I mean? Free speech. So that happened, and then anyway, I mean, people that just tune in to me because they know I'm classy and authentic, and I don't lie, and I don't do people down. And when people are like rock solid loyal friends, and I don't like people, you know, I'll just report them to the police, because I mean, do you know what I mean? Why shouldn't I? I'm a fine, upstanding member of society, so if I don't like people on the computer saying stuff and saying, well, she's a menace, she is, we're going to report her for being a menace, malicious communication. Police couldn't give a shit. I mean, they don't give a shit about anything that I've said, but I'm just going to pretend to everybody that are going to care about Gertie Ring. So, because parody, apparently, it's now like a weapon. So, because parody, when you see parodies in comedy shows, I mean, I'll just pretend she's been a bit, because Blander says, and Bland, he's anything. So, you know, and then he said, well, he said, it's obvious, if she done that Gertie, he said, he did say it. Well, somebody said he said it anyway, and if I say he said it, then he probably did say it. If you want that means she's being spiteful. So we got her laid up. Now. Like, she can't do anything. She does good. Because if you do a parody, it's got to be like a sort of eulogy. It's got to be like a speech about how wonderful I am. And obviously that is what parody and satire is, as far as I'm concerned. And if it isn't, it should be. And I set the rules. Free speech, you know, for me, fuck everyone else. And if people come around saying that I've said something that I ain't said, then I'm just going to sort of get on here about 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, then go on lives and this, that and the other. And yeah, so did I tell you I'm going to a boring castle lady? Oh, sorry, that repeated on me. I better have a wash it down. Oh, I think that's going to be it. I really do. So anyway, if it comes out that I've said that somebody said something about the flowers that I'm thinking, and then something happened, and it's obvious it's mole, and there's that, and I've just got to light hate on everybody and get people to dogpile them. cancel them, report them to the police, Coast Guard, anybody really, you know, fire brigade. And I am an actually exemplary character. And then obviously when people just say to the police my name and then they go, oh, what that old thing, what's that thing been doing, is usually what they say about me. In my deluded mind, I think it's because all men. That's what I think anyway. I think it's true. I think they do want to fuck me. But probably not in the way that that term is colloquially meant. So anyway, there is that to it. And I don't like anybody except people that like me. And I'm in charge of my little gang, and we don't do anything like that. And if people disagree with us, then actually what we do is just call them trolls, because that is just me. I don't gossip. Even what I say is true, and I never lie about having sock accounts when I've got like half a dozen of them kit kat and absolutely atrocious. That ain't me lying, even though it's unequivocally, proofably, I think that's it, me that has that line, whatever. So that happened, and then anyway, so something else happened, and then they said something about the funeral gift, and we're not going to talk about that because honestly, we don't talk about that sort of thing because basically, I'm a con artist. There you go, I said it. I've got an artist. I am. I'm good at it. Pretty good. Definitely willing dupes. So there's that to it. So yeah, so I hope Gertie doesn't do a parody of me that's mocking me. Because obviously parodies, it's got to be like a eulogy where people blow smoke and tell me how wonderful I am. Because obviously I am wonderful. Look at me. Look at me. I am gorgeous. All the men want to fuck me. They do. All the men do. So there's that to it. And am I a good friend? Probably not. Am I a five-faced little slight? Probably. So there's that to it. And then anyway, somebody said something. And somebody else said something else. And I'll tell you another thing that happened. The other day when I was walking down the road, somebody else said something, and they said something else about somebody. And I said to them, don't say anything about somebody else to somebody, because if you say that to somebody else, they might repeat it. And then somebody else might turn around and say, oh my God, you've said something to somebody, and nobody wants to hear what you've got to say about somebody, because then that somebody might get your sums. And anyway, then they sent them some flowers, and somebody else said something else, and somebody said something.